Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and what if I talked about TikTok today, ladies and gentlemen? You know, TikTok trends are wild indeed. We've seen some pretty banger ones, but when it comes to something food-related, any trend on the internet, regardless of if it's on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Daily Motion, I don't care what site you're on, Nico, I don't care, okay? At the end of the day, if it's food-related, please be careful, because putting things in your body isn't always the end-all, be-all, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we went from people, talking about Tide Pods on YouTube, which is something you should never consume because it's incredibly dangerous and injurious to your health. But you didn't need me to tell you that. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have something known as the TikTok pink sauce. Now, there is a new TikToker on the block spearheading the trend of home chef cooking. This one is Chef Pie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I like pie, the number, and the dessert. If you look close, you can see this Pepto Bismol looking sauce with the consistency of ranch dressing all the way over various amounts of food. So any food you can imagine, this pink sauce is absolutely slathered all over. Now, of course, from what I understand, this pink sauce kind of is like ranch or whatever the hell. Actually, better than that, let's go right to the source and understand just what's at the heart of this delicious sauce. So, of course, we've got the pink sauce. Now, of course, the pink sauce contains various products. For instance, you like sunflower seed oil? Well, you got some of that. Some dragon fruit, which is, I guess, where the, pink comes from. Honey, chili, and garlic. Okay, so, a couple of these work together, but then the dragon fruit's like a total, Hail Mary into the mix. I think that's where most of the, essence is coming in at. Now, this pink sauce is like $20 US. So I don't know if the sauce is so good that it's worth $20 or if Chef Pie is pricing it so high because she knows she ain't getting any repeat customers. Might as well milk that cow dry while it's there. Now, of course, being a Canadian, I wanted to, buy 2 pieces of it myself. And of course, for $40, all right, I couldn't even spend the money if I wanted to because this product doesn't ship outside to Canada. Unfortunately, I cannot try the pink sauce. Now, of course, you might be like, well, Muta, this pink sauce looks dangerously close to things like Pepto Bismol. And you're right, okay? It has literally the same color. And I didn't even know until today, but Pepto Bismol comes in like a billion fashins. Chews, little Viagra-looking tablets, some Pepto... Oh, man, you can't sell a product that's called Pepto Diarrhea. Come on now. Now, of course, for those of you... Man, there are so many different versions of Pepto. Like, I did not know that this was a big problem in the United States and the world. Jesus Christ. Yeah, if you ever got something bad stomach-related or poo-related, well, you've got Pepto-Bismol right here, ladies and gentlemen. Goddamn. So anyways, going back to the old pink sauce stuff over here, let's read what's also in it. Let's look at the nutritional facts. Now, you've got about 444 servings in a container. What are you only allowed to use like a microgram of this at once? Each tablespoon, which is a serving, is 14.4 grams. Hold on, let's get the calculator out today. What the? Wait, this doesn't even make any sense. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. 444 times 14.4. That's like 6,393 grams, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. We are looking at 225, almost, if rounded up, 226 ounces. That's a lot of sauce for $20, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, of course, if you look at just one bottle, right, that's 444 per container, okay? So the container is that bottle right there. So this is a big bottle, or that's severely misprinted. If you look at the caloric intake of this too, this is probably one of the most calorie-dense foods I've ever seen. 90 times 444, that's how much calories you're about to see in this bottle, okay? So it's got 1 gram of saturated fat. Wait, 1 gram of saturated fat, but in like what category? Wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait, where's the fat? Which one is it? Zero milligrams of cholesterol, 60 milligrams of sodium, and about 4 grams of dietary fiber and 11 grams of total sugars. Dude, even the math doesn't add up with the carbohydrates. How can you have 11 grams of sugar? Okay, 4. How do you end up to total 3? Where's the subtraction? Forget the protein. The math doesn't make sense. And of course, no protein. Now, of course, one thing to really note about this is I want to read the ingredients label in the situation. So, ingredients, it's got some water, some sunflower seed oil, raw honey. Oh God, baby, wait, raw honey is in this? No way. Raw honey can be defined in 2 ways. You've got true raw honey, which comes from the beehive, without any added heat. Oh, no, 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 no. That's almost botulism. Right? Wait a minute. Commercial raw honey is still slightly processed, but less so than honey not labeled raw. There is no way. Dude, do you understand that can have botulism to it? Let's move. Distilled vinegar? Garlic pitaya? Pink Himalayan sea salt, less than 2% of dried spices, lemon juice, milk. Oh, dude, that better not be raw milk. Now, of course, for those of you who don't understand, okay, when you have raw products like this, especially raw honey, there is something known as botulism. It is, in fact, from what I understand, a straight-up neurotoxin. Now, according to the old Mayo Clinic, let me find here, botulism is a rare but serious condition caused by a toxin that attacks the body's nerves. Botulism may cause life-threatening symptoms, and of course, the type of bacteria is called Clostridium botulinum. And of course, it comes from foodborne botulism or infant botulism, which is where the honey sort of gets played into. And yeah, so foodborne, let me see over here. Foodborne typically begins 12 to 36 hours after toxin gets into your body, depending on how much toxin you have actually consumed. Start of symptoms may range from few hours to a few days. And of course, the typical source is homemade food that is improperly canned or preserved. So again, I'm really hoping this milk and honey is preserved properly. Otherwise, this is a hazard waiting to happen. Jesus Christ. God damn. Now, of course, I pretty much diverted a lot from this entire situation. So let's go back to Chef Pie's TikTok account, okay? Now, of course, you can see Chef Pie putting like all this like oil into the whole like sauce. That's just straight up oil, and then it becomes the pink sauce. At what point is it just? At what point is a dragon fruit and all the other shit coming in? This is like mostly oil from what I saw. Jesus Christ. So again, you can see her just slapping that on there and having a good time. That's pretty much what it is. Man, they got the whole Ferraris and the smoke and everything out for the sauce. Jesus. I guess they're at some function where she's like, you know, pimping it out, I guess you could say, to all these people. Miami's a vibe, let me tell you. Now, of course, one thing to understand is when we actually look at the ingredients label to this, I've worked with Caleb, who's one of my, you know, brothers and podcast co-host at this point, and, you know, like, he has this group called the Sour Boys, this company where he, like, does, like, you know, sour strips. And even when it comes to anything food related, the amount of lawyers you gotta have that watch just the ingredient labels and everything, and even the misspellings, is insane. It's kind of wild to me how like food and everything is like both really regulated in the United States, and at the same time, you have wild stuff like this where I guess anybody can join the sauce train and rush them out. I always thought there were like crazy lawyers and legal teams behind it, but it seems like anybody can run a business like a kid. So here's like the nightly look at what's going on. And if you look at the pink sauce, there's a lot of packing going on. But for the astute looking into it, I don't know if it's the lighting, but like it goes from like actual Pepto Bismol pink to like whitish. But of course, there are people who bought the sauce too, and they wanted to look into what it actually was. So of course, in this case, you saw somebody paid $24.90 for a delivery. They got one bottle. One bottle. And of course, 2.5 weeks delivery for products that contain foods? Come on now. That doesn't even, you know, it's just going to go bad, right? Let's actually look at what's in the food here. Okay, so it smelled rotten. Kind of looks rancid. And then, of course, it literally has nothing in it, apparently. Bottle had no more than 2 ounces of sauce. So, not only did you pay $20, you paid $10 an ounce, dude. What is this, a fine grade whiskey? Get out of here. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much more to say about the pink sauce other than you should probably not buy this unless, of course, it truly gets certified by an actual government agency, right? Because it really does seem like this person, Chef Pie, who I assume has really good intentions, you know, she seems like a fine businesswoman who wants to jump into the world of, you know, culinary desserts, culinary foods, and she definitely wants to make this sauce sort of a big brand. But there's a way to go about running a food business, and then there's this, okay? Do not do this. This is a bad way to run it. I don't know how her process goes. Because of all the controversy and backlash she ended up getting, she did post how she was in a like actual like a FDA like approved place. Like watch this one real quick.
So we are inside of our facility, and this is where we make the pink sauce. So I never posted a video here, but we working.
So okay, apparently that's like a facility that she has. So let's go over a few things, okay? Now when she says facility, I'm starting to look at the top left of this, all right? Like a little astute part of me notices like these arches. It really does look like a garage or some storage unit. And, moving on forward, some people could be like, well, Muda, maybe that's just where all the big deliveries get sent. Well, if that's the case, why do they have, like, all this stuff shelved up next to it where, like, the entrance would be? I don't know. Seems kind of sussy-wussy to me, I'll be completely honest with you. It really seems like this might have got put in last minute. But, I mean, there is, like, usual equipment. Like, it seems like she's got, like, some commercial-grade fridges, like fridges just over there, like a deep freezer and everything. So I don't know. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, what I do know is that this is definitely not like, I don't know if this is FDA approved whatsoever. I have no idea who's looked into this. But what I can tell you is based on how the ingredients are presented in the sauce and how I just saw it being transferred to one person, I would not recommend this on my life. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would not risk my life for this kind of stuff. And risk your life indeed. Botulism can be pretty scary. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to make you sick for legal reasons, because I don't know. I haven't tried it. I haven't tested the product in a laboratory. But we just saw clips of people receiving it, in a little less than, stellar fashion. The literal nutritional facts were mislabeled, 444 servings. And the fact that the ingredients are misspelled is a dead giveaway. It doesn't seem like there's any form of expiration date written anywhere on this bottle, though I could just be mistaken. At the end of the day, it doesn't even seem like there's a proper amount of quality control, let alone FDA approval, which is very important for stuff like this. Now, of course, to understand, even when it comes to products that contain milk and honey, just milk in general, okay, let's just stick to that one. There's literally not even a preservative in this product. So I have no idea how we can have these 2-week plus long ship times and the milk not having a single preservative in it whatsoever. So again, I'm not a food expert, I'm not a lawyer, but I would highly recommend with some common sense, if you're gonna do this, try sticking some food grade food coloring, like healthy stuff, like stuff that wouldn't kill you into like mayonnaise or something. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of like pink sauce in a way too, at least from what it appears to be. Would I recommend you buy the pink sauce? Absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen. Do I even have to say that? Unfortunately I do, because we live in a world with a lack of common sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sit back right here, relax. That was the pink sauce conspiracy on TikTok. Wild, wild day indeed, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.